everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. But first, stay on this one. So, you guys read the title. You saw the thumbnail. Let's get into it. This is kind of a serious topic, so we're not going to beat around the bush. YouTube is making it more and more and more clear how anti-Second Amendment they are. Not even just anti-Second Amendment, how anti-free speech they are. So we're going to get right into it. And some of y'all might be wondering, oh, what happened? Did they take a couple of your videos down? Something petty like that? No, nothing that has affected me personally. However, it is something that I would like to point out and make apparent. Because when you sit there and think about it, they're doing it in the pettiest ways. So, for starters, let's remember right now two things. It was I believe it was either early 2023 or late 2022 when YouTube started trying to crack down on firearms, implementing extremely unrealistic policies when it comes to content creators that revolve their content around firearms. Some as stupid as sitting here saying, hey, you can't put a 30-round magazine into a gun. You can't show that, being inserted. So in other words, I can't put a 30-round mag, which is a standard capacity for my AR-15. I can't show that happening. That makes no sense, So let's acknowledge that first and understand YouTube has never been pro Second Amendment. Let's make that clear. Maybe in the in the 2000s, possibly. Who knows? Back when YouTube basically was first started and wasn't being used as a political fucking push. Like, come on now. It's very obvious that YouTube right now is being used as a political front. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, what evidence do I have to support that? Well, a couple of ways. So, actually, more than one, actually. So, let's get into it. Make sure the mic is still on. All right, so, for starters, this is something me and several of my other viewers have noticed. They are taking down my viewers' comments. They are taking them down all on their own will. Nothing my commenters are putting under here is any form of violation of their, policies or guidelines. They will simply take down your comments if you are just referencing a specific model of gun. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's happened for at least like my last 20 videos and up now. I've had some, honestly, one viewer in particular seems to be getting targeted the most. So dude, shout out to you, bro. I believe it's Nola Gospel Tracks or something like that. Shout out to you, bro, because YouTube just dogs you, bro. They just doing you bad when you're trying to comment under my videos. Complete violation of the freedom of speech. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, oh, what does YouTube have to do with the freedom of speech? Well, I'm pretty sure it was 2008 that the freedom of speech got extended to the internet. So, and not to mention, YouTube is an American-based company. So, last I checked, they should be held to our standards and what our rights are. You shouldn't be allowed to tell people, oh, yeah, you're not allowed to say something under a comment section. You're not allowed to talk about, any guns or anything like that. That's absolutely stupid. That's a complete violation right there. Now, I understand YouTube is also a private company. So, therefore, it's not exactly like, for example, right? Some companies are allowed to put up, gun-free zone signs. While I believe that's a violation of the Second Amendment, they are allowed to do that as a private company. That's what they can do. Same sense that YouTube is still a privately owned company, so it can, they can be little douchebags about what they want to see up here on it. Doesn't mean it's right by any standard. It's morally and objectively wrong. It is immoral by every standard. Now, back to what I was saying. Sorry, y'all might notice I'm a little, pissed off about this because it's happening in so many different ways. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, so now get ready for this one. This is the one that really, pisses me off, honestly. They have removed certain hashtags from, I guess, their database or from the algorithm, however you want to phrase it. For example, a couple of them is hashtag Second Amendment. Another one, hashtag gun, hashtag Glock. They are effectively trying to remove every form of firearm content on here, starting with the smalls and then going to go up to the big creators. I'm telling you right now, this is what they're trying to do. Now, keep in mind, another thing that pretty much puts the nail in the coffin, completely proves my point of, yes, YouTube is doing this. Here is why. They are currently getting sued right now. Why? Because these liberals are trying to sue YouTube, stating that firearm content helped lead to mass shootings. I don't know about you guys. I have not seen a single content creator that is a gun tuber that has ever advocated for anything along those lines. I've only seen the opposite, actually. I've only seen the opposite. I've seen people sit here and say, hey, these shooters can rest in piss. No one will miss you. I don't care if your mom says she misses you. You know damn well she don't. So I don't get how that even makes sense. However, that is a lawsuit that is currently happening right now. So we do need to keep that in mind. YouTube as a whole is very anti-Second Amendment. And this is something that we do have to remember. So I do want to point this out. I don't shed a lot of light on this because, I still mainly do my videos on YouTube. However, you can find a majority of my videos that are on this channel on my Rumble channel as well, just in case YouTube ever tries anything, just in case. Now, back to what I was saying, and it will be, my Rumble is the exact same tag as this one is. So it's not hard to find me, same picture, all that. But the truth of the matter is, when you look at all of these aspects and say, oh yeah, well, it's just obvious they're just against guns, that's it. They're not being used, as a political front to push any form of political ideology. They're just against guns. They're allowed to feel that way. Yeah, sure, I guess they're allowed to feel that way. Doesn't mean it's right that they're doing that. It's still wrong. However, here's how I can prove that at the moment YouTube is being used as a political front, and why this is something that we need to address. We need to address it. We need to draw our attention to it, and we need to do something to get this fixed and get this righted, because this is not good. All right. Here's a perfect example, and you can look this up and find it yourself. All right. Go onto a YouTube Kids account. Just go onto one. Do some searching into it, because I guarantee you right now, videos on how to safely handle a firearm is not going to be on there. I guarantee it. Despite the fact that there's literally a 7 or 8 year old YouTuber, I can't remember. I think her name's Autumn or something. That literally, is a little girl who, is a content creator around guns. Whatever though, that can't be kid related, even though it's a little kid shooting and talking about it from a little kid's perspective. Whatever. All right. However, we have seen drag show story hours. We've seen that. That's been on YouTube Kids. Check it. I bet you money is still on there. So my question is that if they're willing to put, drag queens, they're willing to put all this essentially promoting gay shit. I hate to be the one to say it, but you're promoting a bunch of gay shit onto our kids, pushing it. And some might not like that I'm saying it that way. I'm not saying it to be discriminative. Excuse me. I'm not saying that to be discriminatory against people who are gay. My Uncle Billy, may his soul rest in peace, was about as straight as a circle. Let's make that clear. However, he still had his moral and objective standards. He never brought any of that stuff near me or my brothers or any of the kids in the family. Never would even think about it. Once I became a teenager, and I'm one of the youngest in my family. Let's make that clear. I'm one of the youngest in my family. When I became a teenager, he started making jokes near my mom, little catty jokes. That's it. You see what I mean? So this is not in any way to be discriminatory against people who are gay. I really don't care what you do. You're an adult. Whatever you do in your bedroom, your issue. I don't give a fuck as long as there is no children or animals involved. I don't care personally. Now, back to what I was saying. If you're going to promote a bunch of essentially gay shit on kids and sit here and say that, oh yeah, that's perfectly fine, that's okay, we're just teaching these kids to be inclusive, whatever bullshit you're trying to say, but you also don't want children to know how to be safe, because I hate to break it to you guys, the same way that I wouldn't want a child playing with a gun if they don't know how to, I wouldn't want a child playing with my little sword here. I wouldn't want a child playing with fire. I wouldn't want a child running in the middle of the street. it still falls under all the same aspects of safety. So look, long story short, I'm getting off topic here, is YouTube has become very anti-Second Amendment. More and more, it's happening more and more by the day. So we do need to be careful of that. They are limiting our speech when it comes to the Second Amendment. They're not even allowing us to mention specific gun models when it comes to our comments, or else they will delete our comments on their own. We're not saying anything wrong with it. Just mentioning a specific gun model, they will delete our comments. Now, hold on. Remembering all of this, just remember, YouTube is being sued right now by anti-gunners who are saying that gun content on YouTube has led to mass shootings. So as far as anybody's concerned, I don't care what you could say to argue that, oh, YouTube's not anti-Second Amendment. The fact that they're being sued for it and then magically all of this is happening without them even making announcements on it or anything along those lines proves my point that right now YouTube is being used as a political front to push the liberal agenda. Now, with that being said, I'm sure this might have upset some of y'all. This might have made some of y'all fucking clap and joy. I don't know. Clap and cheer and joy. I don't know. But it's the truth of the matter here, and I speak the truth here, and it's something that I felt really needed to be pointed out to y'all. With that being said, y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And because you agree with me, YouTube is being extremely anti-Second Amendment, overtly anti-Second Amendment, to the point that they're even trying to limit our First Amendment speech on the Second Amendment right. If you agree with me, make sure to check out all of my other videos. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.